Good morning, everyone. This is Alyssa King from Huanta, Peru. For those of you that don't know, I'm a young adult volunteer in Peru right now. Thank you so much for this opportunity to come and preach for you from so far away. I wanted to let you know that if my voice sounds a little bit funny, it's because I have a cold. I thought I'd try to wait until it was over, but it doesn't seem to be leaving. So here we go. The sermon this Sunday is about Psalm 5, 1 through 8, and 1 Kings 21, 1 through 21. So if you guys would like to go ahead and open your Bibles so that you can follow along with what I'm saying and what I'm reading. We often don't give Psalms enough credit. Sure, we think of them as pretty. We read through them or sing them in songs without really knowing where the words are coming from. We enjoy the beauty of them. But how often do we really take a hard look at the Psalms? The first two verses of Psalm 5 state, "Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my sighing. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray." I have to tell you that through this year, those verses have really taken on a new meaning for me. How many of us really cry out to the Lord? Cry for help in our prayers. Being emotional in prayers is hard, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, but it really is. We try to keep collected, especially if we're in church or in front of a group. It isn't normal to be emotional. Still, how many of us would cry when talking to our best friends about something and then try to stay unemotional in prayer about that same thing? It's sad that we don't feel connected enough to God or comfortable enough to let our feelings be expressed. I have seen more tearful prayers in this year than ever before in my life. At first, it really made me uncomfortable. I mean, imagine someone coming to church or leading a prayer and just really breaking down and sobbing, absolutely putting all of their heart into their prayer, sobbing about what they're talking about. Or a silent prayer, where actually people aren't really silent. Everybody kind of talks to themselves, and then you have the person next to you who starts crying. For me, that was really hard. How do you act? Do you console that person? This prayer is between them and God, but they're crying. I'm so used to having an answer for that, or at least being able to give someone a consoling hug. But I kind of learned that the response is you let them be in their moment with God, you let them be in their prayer, and then afterwards, you just give them a hug, let them know that you're there. But it's hard. How do you become emotional like that if you're so uncomfortable with somebody else becoming emotional like that? How do I become emotional like that? How do I let myself go and let my heart really go into my prayers if I'm worried about how uncomfortable I'm going to make the person next to me? That's, I think, what one of the things that this verse is talking about. It's talking about being able to be emotional, being able to give your whole heart, your whole self in a prayer, if at least for a moment.